Hey everybody, Chris Paget with Happy Place Homestead. I cannot make up my mind. Okay, so here's the deal. Obviously, we're big fans of chicken tractors. We move them around every single day or every other day with all of our meat chickens in it, and that's what we do. And it's great because it gives them an opportunity to free range and to get some fresh salad bar, as Joel Salatin would say. But while that's fantastic for us during the spring, summer, and fall, it's a little bit difficult come winter, and I can see already we got 2 days of snow coming. And so I began to panic and I'm neurotic because we, of course, did something insane. And by we, I mean me. I bought 100 meat chickens, and then I basically took the rest of whatever Tractor Supply had of all of their chickens. So I came home not too long ago with a couple hundred chickens, and so I thought, all right, we'll use our chicken tractor. This is such a great place. So if you saw the last video, you saw me basically getting my son Jude to move the chicks, the meat chicks, from that brooder house to the chicken tractor because I thought we probably have a little bit of time left before the snow comes. Turns out I'm wrong. I second guessed myself a lot, and when it came to putting the chickens out here in the chicken tractor, you know, it's been okay, but I have to say that with snow coming, I'm just not 100% sure that this is the best option. You know, yes, they're getting some grass right now, but in the coming days, there will be no grass to move them to because it's just going to be snow. So I think I'm moving them back into the big brooder house, and by me, I mean my son Joe. Poor Joe. So you had, you've already moved how many over?
12.
So you're gonna grab 13 more at least. We're probably gonna end up taking them all. Do you know why?
Because of snow.
Because of snow. Grab them and see if you can find the one with the blue. You see them? So here's part of the reason why we're moving this. Hold them. Is that this little chick, we had to put blue coat on because somehow or another he'd been picked on and they had opened up basically kind of right by his crop. And so the blue protects him. So first it's like an antibacterial kind of spray, but also it covers obviously the red. And there wasn't any blood actually, so it was just kind of open skin. But the thing is that that red, it'll become a source where all the chickens will go crazy trying to peck it and it would die. So right now I think she's gonna be okay, but so we might have a special place for her. We'll see. They're like family. Smells good in here. Colby put in a bunch of wood chips. We're trying to fix this. This is our latest hurdle. It's kind of hard to see right now, but what we're doing is trying to raise the center part of the coop because water collects here, and it's still going to do it. We have not fixed this properly yet. I cannot figure out how to do this without disassembling all of the tarps. So we're moving them today. We're putting them back into this brooder house, but the brooder house has some problems, and the problems are kind of small, but they're a little bit of an irritation for me. It is really like a greenhouse effect in there. So it gets really humid, and moisture starts to collect just on its own. That's not terrible. The problem happens when it rains and the water on the top has bowed in a bit. And because it's not a strictly, kind of pointed, roof line, then the water collects and it kind of bows down. When you move that water, then it starts to, make the ground a little bit more mushy, and all the dry wood chips become too wet. So So while we're going to move them all in here and probably save ourselves some struggle, we might have our own issues still with this thing, because if I have to disassemble the tarp just to make sure we have a pointed roof, you know, we'll probably have to do that. Again, I can't be upset about this, because this is kind of what it is. You know, every day has its variety of kind of issues and problems, and sometimes they're directly connected to the homestead, and sometimes they're not. And there's a lot of things that are beyond our control that we often will worry about. And so in some ways, how you deal with that stress and that anxiety is really important. Finding a way to do that so your health doesn't decline. Yeah, I just want to encourage you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks so much for those of you who have already been faithfully subscribed and enjoying our videos. It means a lot to us. Maybe even put a comment, you know, which one of the videos you've liked so far, or maybe something you'd like to see. Okay, so everybody, on November 8th, we have a very special YouTube Live that we're doing, where we're going to answer all sorts of questions people might have on why we decided to do homesteading, and maybe even encourage you to take a step out and do some stuff that are homesteady in your neck of the woods. So stay tuned for that link, and we're going to try to get you as much information as possible so that you can find your happy place right where you're at. Did you get my coffee?
I don't know how it did not fall off.
I know, right? Thank you. Okay, you're not supposed to be out, and you're not supposed to be out. Let's see if I can get you guys to go in now. Nice. Okay, I can't do both. All right, everybody's in. I throw this scratch just feed down to give them a little bit of something to play around with. They have a yard back there, but with fall being here and winter on the edge, not a lot of options for them to get a bunch of fresh grass, although we do have a little bit left. Okay, so many of you might know that we got a bunch of turkeys this year. We thought this will be great. We had Christmas, Easter, and something else. So
Thanksgiving, possibly?
Maybe Thanksgiving? We did. Seems like turkeys.
When do we eat turkey? I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so we had all these turkeys, but the turkeys were mean, man. They just are not strong in the beginning. They're kind of wimps. Once they live long enough, they survive. Or it's quite possible the one lone turkey that survived was a killer and had killed all the others. Doesn't matter. They were living in this, what was like an old dog kennel that we had, and it was working out great for them. We could actually rotate that around too. So this last turkey went to freezer camp, and we're going to enjoy that turkey coming up on one of these special holidays. It's so big, it could probably work for Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving. Long and the short of it, we decided to add that turkey, that dog kennel area, to the brooder house. And the reason was I thought these guys need to get outside and scratch a little bit. The problem is I had to connect it door to door. What was kind of awesome about this, though, is that when I did that, it clicked like perfectly in place, and that door secures strong, so I didn't have to use any zip ties for that. But then today I went out, and because we knew that we were moving the chickens from the chicken tractor into the brooder house, and then eventually even moving the chickens out of that regular chicken coop into that brooder house, I wanted to give them a big field that they could have to free range, at least while there's still grass until the snow comes. And so today I was able to get a couple of these fences. They're wooden fencing that it's just effortless almost. And by effortless, it is for me, because I'm filming and making my son do the work. So we originally bought this type of fencing last summer for our chickens that are in the chicken coop. And it turns out that we really liked it. They don't really challenge the fence at all. It's high enough, and they just enjoy where they are. And we thought this will be the perfect type of fencing for us to use for those in the brooder house. Now, the only problem is that there's a couple that are small enough and they can sneak through, but we're feeding them good. They should be all right, and they got all that grass they can scratch and enjoy. So I think it's going to be perfect for us in the coming weeks.
Hanging out with our buddies.
This is awesome, though. I love seeing them out here already, enjoying the grass.
None of them decided to escape.
Okay, we got 2 posts. As is usual, I'm out of breath. But we can get this done and then take a break until Jude comes back, and then we'll deal with the pigs. So, of course, as we're doing our work and getting things taken care of, what do you know? Little Millie Large is out doing her thing. I had actually just noticed her when I was making my way to go get the mail, and on my way back, I realized she was now roaming free from her fence. And I think sometimes she sees me moving around and she just wants to hang out. And I think sometimes she just wants to go explore. Maybe you saw that video that we did of Millie meet the Larges. They are such a funny little group, these Coon pigs. And so it was not a big deal. We just tempted her with the grain and brought her back to her little home. And now the other pigs are like, why? Why does she get it? Mrs. Large, you're being naughty. You're being naughty. I know. There's so much to explore, so much to visit, so much to do. Yeah, you'll take the crack back to the others. Boing, shake it, lady, shake it. Woot, woot. All the chickens are following too. They're like, hey, what's going on? Second brunch, second lunch. I think I know what I'll be doing, going getting the rest of the fencing that's up there and seeing if we can make sure Mrs. Large doesn't get out. Look at, here they come. There comes the dealer, the crack dealer. Yep, she always gets out right over there, so we're gonna have to make that place Fort Knox. Yeah, you're gonna wanna open it and then.
You have a knife?
I do. Well, do they get their little bucket thing and bring it over? We don't ever have a problem with Mr. Large or with Diesel, the potbelly. It's always Mama. So, yeah, just put that there and put a little on the side for Diesel because these two will hog it. No pun intended. Look at them. They're gonna get grumpy now because Mrs. Large is. Look at these two are hilarious. Low rider. All right. Yeah, they definitely, they're definitely just so starved. Look at them. They definitely have gone without so much in their life. The reward of all that work is Joe sitting playing Zelda. Everybody, I want to say thank you so much for liking and subscribing to our channel. I'm so grateful. Maybe share the videos, let your friends get involved. And again, if you have a particular pet that is always a little bit of a character, we'd love to see it, hear about it. I'm always a fan of those kind of videos where that little naughty animal is doing something that they shouldn't. Millie Large is like that for us. But she's so cute. It's hard to get irritated with her.